Welcome to Inspire and Success Today. We're counting down our picks for the top 25 most greatest animated movies of all time.
Hot snot, we are back in business. Guido, Luigi, you're going up against professional pit crews, boys. You're going to have to be fast.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best feature-length films that animation has to offer to be considered works must be entirely animated. What's your favorite animated film? Let us know if it made the list in the comments. Before that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. The Part 1 video on description and in the first comment. Let's start the video now without further delay. Number 25, Elemental. The film is set in a world where anthropomorphic elements of nature coexist, following the story of fire element Ember Lumen and water element Wade Ripple.
Hey!
Oh, sorry! You're so hot.
Excuse me?
The movie explores themes of opposites attracting and an immigration narrative, blending elements of a rom-com with a fiery storyline. The characters in the film represent fire, water, earth, and air. Residents living together in a city, Elemental has received mixed reviews, with some praising its charm and diversity, while others criticize its narrative structure and emotional impact. Number 24, Raya and the Last Dragon, is a computer-animated fantasy film produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios. It was released in March 2021. The film is set in the fictional kingdom of Kumandra, where humans and dragons once lived together harmoniously. However, sinister monsters known as the Droon threaten the land, turning everything they touch into stone. The dragons sacrifice themselves to save humanity, leaving behind a magical gem that holds their essence. The story follows Raya, a young warrior princess determined to find the last dragon, Sisu, and restore peace to Kumandra. Number 23. Strange World is a 2022 American animated science fiction adventure film produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios. The movie follows Searcher Clade, son of the legendary explorer Jaeger Clade, on a mission to uncover the mystery behind a plant that generates electricity and an undiscovered land with peculiar creatures.
That's right, bub. You're in the presence of the one, the only Jaeger. Dad? Dad?
While the film received mixed reviews, with praise for its visuals and voice performances, some critics found the plot to be underwhelming and the characters lacking depth. Despite not reaching the same acclaim as other Disney animated films like Frozen or Zootopia, Strange World offers an enjoyable, family-friendly adventure with vibrant world-building and positive messaging about family ties and self-discovery. Number 22, The Emoji, is a computer-animated comedy film released in 2017. The film is set in the world of Textopolis, a bustling city inside a smartphone where emojis live. Each emoji has only one facial expression except for Jean, an emoji born with multiple expressions.
Jean, if this is about you deciding not to be meh, then I am all about that.
Determined to become normal like the other emojis, Jean embarks on a journey through various apps on the phone, accompanied by his friends Jailbreak and High Five. As Jean navigates the digital world, he encounters challenges and learns important lessons about individuality, self-acceptance, and the true meaning of friendship. The film incorporates elements of humor, adventure, and satire as it explores the relationship between humans and technology. Number 21, Abominable, is a computer-animated adventure film produced by DreamWorks Animation and Pearl Studio. It was released in 2019.
Hey, you guys, wait right there.
Ooh, Everest, look, make a wish.
The film follows the story of a young Chinese girl named Yi who discovers a Yeti on the roof of her apartment building in Shanghai. Yi names the Yeti Everest and, together with her friends Jin and Peng, embarks on a journey to help Everest return home to the Himalayas. As they travel across China, they encounter various obstacles and adventures, all while being pursued by a wealthy businessman and zoologist who wants to capture Everest for his own gain. Number 20, Onward, is a computer-animated fantasy film produced by Pixar Animation Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures in 2020. Directed by Dan Scanlon and produced by Corey Ray, The film is set in a suburban fantasy world populated by mythical creatures such as elves, trolls, and unicorns. However, the world has lost much of its magic due to advancements in technology. The story follows two elf brothers, Ian and Barley Lightfoot, who embark on a quest to spend one last day with their deceased father, using a magical staff and a spell that can bring him back for 24 hours. Number 19, Robots, is a computer-animated comedy film released in 2005 by 20th Century Fox and Blue Sky Studios. Directed by Chris Wedge and Carlos Saldana, the film is set in a world entirely populated by robots.
Who are these losers?
We, sir.
I'm a woman. Ouch.
It follows the story of Rodney Copperbottom, a young and idealistic inventor robot who dreams of making it big in Robot City. Rodney travels to Robot City to meet his idol, the famous inventor Bigweld, only to discover that Bigweld's company is now run by the devious Ratchet, who plans to phase out older robots in favor of expensive upgrades. Number 18, Soul, is a computer-animated fantasy film produced by Pixar Animation Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures in 2020. Directed by Pete Docter and co-directed by Kemp Powers.
Never talked about your life before.
You never asked, but I'm glad you did this time.
The film explores themes of passion, purpose, and the meaning of life. The story follows Joe Gardner, a middle school music teacher and aspiring jazz musician who has long dreamed of performing on stage. Just as he lands a gig with a famous jazz musician, Joe falls into a manhole and finds himself in the Great Before, a place where souls develop personalities and passions before being sent to Earth. Determined to return to his body and fulfill his dreams, Joe teams up with a precocious soul named 22, who has been resistant to finding her spark, to navigate through the afterlife and find his way back to Earth. Number 17, Over the Moon, is a computer-animated musical fantasy film released by Netflix in 2020. Directed by Glenn Keane and co-directed by John Cars.
If you win, I'll give you this photo. But if I win, you tell me where the gift is.
Deal!
The film is a modern reimagining of the Chinese legend of Chang, the moon goddess. The story follows a young girl named Fei Fei, who builds a rocket to the moon in an attempt to prove the existence of Chang'e, believing that if she can reunite the goddess with her lost love, Huyi, her own family will also be reunited. Once on the moon, Fei Fei encounters various fantastical creatures and embarks on an epic adventure to find Chang'e's mythical realm and fulfill her mission. Number 16, Terra Willy, is a 2019 French animated science fiction film, also known as Astro Kid, directed by Eric Tosti. The plot revolves around a young boy named Willy, who, after the destruction of his ship, becomes separated from his parents and lands on an unexplored planet where he must survive until a rescue mission arrives. The film received generally positive reviews from critics, with an approval rating of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes from 11 reviews. Terra Willy explores themes of learning, empathy, teamwork, and adventure, making it an enjoyable, family-friendly movie with positive messaging. Number 15, Megamind, is a computer-animated superhero comedy film produced by DreamWorks Animation. It was released in 2010.
This is the last time you make a fool out of me!
I made you a hero.
The film tells the story of a supervillain named Megamind who, after finally defeating his arch-nemesis Metro Man, finds himself lacking purpose in life. To fill the void, he creates a new superhero named Titan, but things don't go as planned, leading to chaos in the city. The movie features a star-studded voice cast including Will Ferrell as Megamind, Brad Pitt as Metro Man, Tina Fey as Roxanne Ritchie, and Jonah Hill as Titan. It's known for its humor, action-packed sequences, and exploration of themes like redemption and the nature of heroism. Number 14, Home, is a 2015 American computer-animated science fiction comedy film produced by DreamWorks Animation. It is based on Adam Rex's 2007 children's book, The True Meaning of Smek Day. The film was directed by Tim Johnson.
Danger for both of us. It crawls with booze. Do you have a plan for once we get there?
Not really.
And features the voices of Jim Parsons, Rihanna, Steve Martin, and Jennifer Lopez. The story is set in a future where an alien race called the Boov, led by Captain Smek, voiced by Steve Martin, invades Earth and relocates all humans to different areas, considering them to be bothersome. Number 13, The Boss Baby, is a 2017 American computer-animated comedy film produced by DreamWorks Animation. Directed by Tom McGrath, the film is loosely based on the 2010 picture book of the same name by Marla Frazee.
Stacy, come in.
Whoa, Stacy. Is that you, boss?
Code Red! I'm being chased by a killer babysitter!
The story revolves around a young boy named Tim Templeton, voiced by Miles Christopher Bakshi, who discovers that his new baby brother, voiced by Alec Baldwin, is actually a secret agent working for a company called Baby Corp. The baby, known as the Boss Baby, is on a mission to ensure that puppies do not overshadow babies in people's affections. Tim and the Boss Baby must put aside their rivalry and work together to stop the evil CEO of Puppy Company from launching a product that could threaten babies everywhere. Number 12, Encanto, is a 2021 American computer-animated musical fantasy film produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios. Directed by Byron Howard and Jared Bush, with co-direction by Charisse Castro-Smith.
Camilo, stop pretending you're Dolores so you can have seconds.
Worth the shot.
The film features songs written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Set in Colombia, Encanto tells the story of the Madrigal family, who live in a magical house called the Encanto. Each member of the family possesses a unique magical gift except for Mirabel, the protagonist. When the magic of the Encanto is threatened, Mirabel embarks on a journey to save her family and their home. The film received widespread acclaim for its animation, music, storytelling, and representation of Colombian culture. Number 11, Turbo, is a 2013 American computer-animated sports comedy film produced by DreamWorks Animation. Directed by David Soren.
Beverly.
Detailing. Wax on, wax off. Fuel. Foot massage.
You know it.
Relaxing vibes.
Own it, brother.
The film follows the story of a garden snail named Theo, who dreams of becoming the fastest snail in the world. After a freak accident involving nitrous oxide, Theo gains incredible speed and adopts the persona of Turbo. With his newfound abilities, Turbo sets out to compete in the Indiana 500, a prestigious racing event traditionally for cars, to prove that no dream is too big and no dreamer is too small. Turbo received mixed reviews from critics, but was praised for its animation quality and voice performances. Number 10. Spies in Disguise, is a 2019 American computer-animated spy comedy film produced by Blue Sky Studios and distributed by 20th Century Fox, directed by Nick Bruno and Troy Quayne.
You? What are you doing?
The film is based on Lucas Martel's 2009 animated short film, Pigeon Impossible. The story follows a super spy named Lance Sterling, voiced by Will Smith, who is framed for a crime he didn't commit. To clear his name, Lance teams up with a socially awkward scientist named Walter Beckett, voiced by Tom Holland. Walter has a unique approach to spy gadgets, and he accidentally turns Lance into a pigeon with one of his inventions. Together, they must work as an unlikely duo to save the world from an evil villain. Number 9, Planes, is a 2013 American 3D computer-animated sports comedy film produced by Disney Toon Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures. It is a spin-off of Pixar's Cars franchise, directed by Clay Hall and produced by John Lasseter.
The skipper may have been wrong for what he did, but he was right about you. You're not a crop duster, you're a racer.
The film takes place in the same universe as Cars, but focuses on airplanes instead of cars. The story follows Dusty Crophopper, a crop-dusting plane who dreams of becoming a racing champion. Despite his fear of heights and being built for agricultural work, Dusty trains with the help of his friends and mentors to compete in the Wings Around the Globe rally. Along the way, he faces various challenges and discovers the true meaning of friendship and perseverance. Number 8, Ferdinand, is a 2017 American computer-animated comedy drama film produced by Blue Sky Studios and distributed by 20th Century Fox. Directed by Carlos Saldaña. The film is based on the 1936 children's book, The Story of Ferdinand, by Monroe Leaf. The story follows a gentle-hearted bull named Ferdinand, who would rather smell flowers than participate in bullfighting. After being mistaken for a dangerous beast, Ferdinand is captured and torn from his home. Determined to return to his family, he rallies a misfit team on an ultimate adventure. Number 7, Epic, is a 2013 American 3D computer-animated fantasy adventure film produced by Blue Sky Studios and directed by Chris Wedge.
Shut up! What's it gonna be, Buffo? Are you gonna talk, or are you gonna croak?
The film is loosely based on William Joyce's children's book, The Leaf Men and the Brave Good Bugs. The story follows a young girl named Mary Catherine, or MK for short, who finds herself magically transported into a secret world hidden in the forest. In this world, she discovers a battle between the forces of good, represented by the Leaf Men, who protect the natural world, and the forces of decay, led by the evil Mandrake. MK teams up with a group of eccentric characters, including a heroic leaf man named Nod, a slug named Mub, and a snail named Grub, to save the forest and its inhabitants from destruction. Number 6, Rio, is a 2011 American 3D computer-animated musical comedy film produced by Blue Sky Studios and directed by Carlos Saldaña.
¿Qué se está pasando aquí? ¿Qué?
You're standing on my throat.
Oh, you're an American.
Thanks.
The film is set in the vibrant city of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and follows the adventures of a domesticated macaw named Blue. By Jesse Eisenberg, is believed to be the last male of his species. He lives a comfortable life in Minnesota with his owner Linda, voiced by Leslie Mann. However, when ornithologist Tulio, voiced by Rodrigo Santoro, discovers that Blue is indeed male and the last of his kind, he convinces Linda to bring Blue to Rio de Janeiro to mate with the last female macaw, Jewel, voiced by Anne Hathaway. Number 5, Wish Dragon, is a 2021 animated fantasy film produced by Sony Pictures Animation, directed by Chris Applehands.
Keep that teapot right now!
The film is set in modern-day Shanghai and follows the story of a young man named Din, who reunites with his childhood friend, Lena, with the help of a wish-granting dragon named Long. The central premise revolves around Din's discovery of a teapot containing Long, a wish-granting dragon. As Din and Long embark on an adventure to find Lena, they encounter various challenges and learn important lessons about friendship, family, and the true meaning of happiness. Number 4, Luca, is a 2021 computer-animated fantasy film produced by Pixar Animation Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Directed by Enrico Casarosa.
I'm kind of an expert.
What does it mean? The thing you just said?
Come on, I'll show you some more stuff.
And tells the story of a young sea monster named Luca, who experiences an unforgettable summer adventure with his newfound friend, Alberto. The film is set on the Italian Riviera. The film follows Luca and Alberto as they explore the picturesque town of Porto Rosso, hiding their true identities as sea creatures from the human inhabitants, and together, thrilling competition involving swimming and pasta eating. Number 3, Cars, is a 2006 computer-animated comedy film produced by Pixar Animation Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures. Directed by John Lasseter and co-directed by Joe Ranft.
It's gonna be a lap down and we'll never win this race!
Guido, it's time.
The film is set in a world inhabited by anthropomorphic vehicles and follows the story of a race car named Lightning McQueen. The plot revolves around Lightning McQueen, voiced by Owen Wilson, a cocky and ambitious rookie race car who dreams of winning the prestigious Piston Cup Championship. On his way to the final race, Lightning finds himself stranded in the small town of Radiator Springs after accidentally damaging the road. There, he learns valuable lessons about friendship, humility, and the importance of community from the quirky inhabitants of Radiator Springs, including Sally Carrera, Doc Hudson, Mater, and others. Number 2, Frozen, is a 2013 animated musical fantasy film produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures. Directed by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee.
Please let me finish, and I like warm hugs. This is my associate Sven. We're going door to door looking for family traditions.
The film is loosely inspired by Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale The Snow Queen. The story is set in the Kingdom of Arendelle and follows two sisters, Princess Anna and Queen Elsa. Elsa has magical ice powers that she struggles to control, and after accidentally revealing her abilities to the public, she flees to the mountains, inadvertently plunging Arendelle into eternal winter. Anna embarks on a journey to find her sister and save their kingdom, accompanied by an Iceman named Kristoff, his reindeer Sven, and a comical snowman named Olaf. Number 1, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, is a 2022 animated film that follows the adventures of Puss in Boots, a legendary hero and outlaw who has burned through 8 of his 9 lives. In this installment, Puss sets out on a dangerous quest to find the legendary wishing star and restore his lost lives.
Relax! I am Puss in Boots! I laugh at death! You see?
The film features a talented voice cast, including Antonio Banderas, Salma Hayek Pinot, Harvey Guillen, Florence Pugh, and Olivia Colman, among others. It has received positive reviews for its fast-paced humor, elaborate visuals, and strong voice acting.